Tucker Carlson, as we all know, was the center of that Dominion lawsuit with Fox News, lost the company close to $1 billion. Now, I think that firing Tucker Carlson is going to prove to be a huge mistake for Fox News. I think that it's going to backfire. That guy was your draw. There's no obvious candidate to take his place. What, are you going to go back to Sean Hannity or Bill O'Reilly? Maybe Glenn Beck wants to step up. Maybe they can get like a Ouija board and summon Rush Limbaugh. They can conjure him up, and he can go out and be the lead. He can be the lead anchor on Fox News from now on. Maybe they can do that. The bottom line is Fox News needed Tucker Carlson a lot more than Tucker Carlson needed Fox News. Was that a funny joke? I see you just absolutely losing it off camera right now. Grab the mic. People can't hear when you're laughing. They think I'm just sitting up here bombing because you don't laugh into the mic. You're not on camera right now.
Yeah, I'm just imagining them doing it through a Ouija board.
They get Rush Limbaugh.
Announcing all of the news through a Ouija board.
They've got the little thing.
And then just making it up, too.
It's just going back and forth, yeah. Demadums. It spells that out. Tucker Carlson will go on to be more successful wherever he ends up going, even if it's totally independent, than he would have been on Fox. That's the fact. But I kind of see where Fox is coming from here. Listen, if you're going to I would never report on something I don't believe in. That's just how I am. We have a mutual respect, and that was kind of a cool thing about Carlson, was he didn't always toe the right-wing conservative Republican line. He did about 80% of the time, and I fall in line with it about 80% of the time because I truly do believe it about 80% of the time. The thing with Carlson, the big difference with Tucker Carlson was he's got those text messages, and those were pretty bad, where he was basically admitting that he didn't believe any of the election fraud claims he was making, and he was just rolling with it for ratings. That's a bad look. It's also really dumb to have those conversations on text message when you work in media. You know that these things are forever. If you send a text message out there, somebody can always get a hold of it. Unless it's like 40 years later. Like, I don't know how long they keep those for. But someone's going to be able to get a hold of it. So I can understand where Fox News is coming from. Because any other job, if you lose your employer $1 billion, you're probably going to get fired. That's just good rule of thumb. You cost your employer close to $1 billion, they're probably going to let you go. Just my experience. Like, my brother worked at, I'm not going to drop the name because I don't know what the legal deal is with that. My brother worked at a fast food place in high school, and if your drawer was off more than like $15, you were out of a job. So a reasonable person could assume that costing your employer $1 billion is probably going to get you the boot. Don Lemon, completely different story. Don Lemon was dunked on repeatedly from the left, from the right, from the center, from the north, from the east, everyone. Okay, Spud Webb was dunking on Don Lemon. That's how bad he was at his job. His ratings were in the toilet. Everyone saw it coming. And if you want my honest opinion on what happened with Don Lemon, I think CNN fired him the same day they fired Tucker Carlson to save face because they knew, that Fox News fired Tucker Carlson to save face because they knew that it would fly under the radar. Lemon just simply isn't as big of a personality as Tucker Carlson is. So it's of course going to be second page news to Tucker Carlson getting fired. Plus there's the whole lawsuit thing and everything like that. On top of that, Nate Silver out at ABC as they undergo their layoffs. It's not a good week to work in the dinosaur media. Now, I do think there's been a lot of doomsaying with television, with cable news and talk radio and stuff like that about it going away. And I don't think that's coming. I don't think that, especially with talk radio, honestly, more. But I would be very surprised if I saw the end of cable news in my lifetime. I will say it's good to see it diminish, though. It's good to see it decentralized. You have, instead of, 3 or 4 companies where you had, MSNBC, ABC, Fox, and CNN, it's cool to see a couple hundred. So now you don't have the same couple companies dipping all their money pouring all their money into 3 or 4 media conglomerates, and you've got a lot of independent outlets that'll actually get you the news that you can rely on. Now, they may have a spin. Some of them may have more of a spin than others. But you're not worried about this just being corporate-fed propaganda straight from the regime to your TV. You don't have to worry about that. So I think it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing that we're seeing the decentralization of media in our lifetime. I'm really happy about that. I think that's going to play out well going forward. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you could actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese Spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.